Welcome to Destination Playdate. I am your host, Attack Slug. Today's video is Pictode Collection on itch.io for a price of $1. It is a collection of 5 puzzle games. Let's get puzzling. Also, in classic puzzle game fashion, we can choose between 3 different songs to play in the background, and that I love. So, let's begin with pairs. Now, pairs is a bit of a mind bender. We have 4 different quadrants, and every time I move up, down, left, right, the quadrants all move at the same time. And the goal is to match 2 in any of these quadrants, and when one of them fills all the way up, then it is indeed game over. So paying attention now, in the bottom left-hand corner here, we go down, down, up. Nope, see, we screwed it up. We already screwed it up. In the upper right-hand corner, you see 2 black circles. I'm going to hit left. They're going to match and go away. So that is kind of the deal here, is you're watching 4 different windows at the same time and puzzling out which ones have to match, moving up, down, left, right. There is no crank here at all. Just letting you know that I don't think any of these have crank in them. But otherwise, that's kind of the puzzle there. So having your brain have to look at 4 places at once and puzzle out which way to move, and having to move it is certainly a bit tricky and gonna be a bit challenging for those who are perhaps not well acquainted with this kind of a puzzle deal. So sometimes you get a happy accident and things match up in the way you want them to, and sometimes not so much. So trying to make things work, there we go, down that, yep, alright, cool. And it does get quite tricky, so getting a high score is certainly an accomplishment, as the game will constantly pretty much toss a lot of things at you to pay attention to at one time, and it does get, man, mind-bendingly difficult, and that much I appreciate in any kind of puzzle environment. So, let us hop out here. There are 4 more to look at, so I'm going to exit here with B and say, yes! I got 34. Not a new high score. So back into it. My high score here is 75. Moving on to game number 2, we have Gravity, which does bear some resemblance to some classic puzzlers like Yoshi's Cookie. So I am moving these symbols to, again, match them up in 2s with this line. So the line dictates where things move. I can move the whole bottom row here, which also is kind of easier than having to move 1s and 2s. But dropping things where they need to be dropped is the goal here in Gravity, and not letting the entire screen filled with garbage is kind of the point here. So honestly, trying to get them on the way down is tricky. It can be done, but also I'm not sure. It says A there in the upper right corner. I'm not sure what A actually does here. I'm hitting A. It doesn't really seem to do much of anything, so I don't know, because I can move things here without hitting A. So that part I'm not really sure on. But again, things keep dropping due to Gravity, and you want to match up at least 2, if not more, and get your score that way. Once things are down here, it's kind of, alright, move entire lines as they fill up to get those pieces matched in Gravity. Game number 3, Pichnink, aka Pachinko, kind of, sort of, but not really. So this game, the symbols on that line near the bottom will change. The symbol at the top, I can choose where to drop. So you want it to match up with a symbol that is on that line. So hopefully this box here gets to where the boxes are and matches. And that is kind of how that works. You have 100 seconds left on this. So it is a timed endeavor, and you're waiting for that to run out as you try to hopefully get a high score with dropping these things. But of course it is kind of randomized, and the line there with the symbols will change at the bottom, and how things drop, like a good game of Pachinko, things will change as you drop them, and it's okay. But again, a timed ordeal here as you blast through and hope to match as many symbols as humanly possible in the time allotted, but the random nature of these triangles is going to mean that you're not going to get where you want to go every time that you do it. So, that is Pachink. Game number 4 is called Sort. And Sort is, to my understanding, essentially a Rubik's Cube. And so I have both moving it up and down and left and right if I hit the A button. So either the horizontal or vertical axis, I can move any of these lines. And I can go up and down on the lines and hopefully match up as many symbols as I can. This one, honestly, my brain is just busted. What you want to do is get things lined up 3 at a time, 3 at a time, 3 at a time. And this is counting up, so you have as much time as you need to solve it, and hopefully you solve it as fast as possible, much like a Rubik's Cube. And the final game in this pack of 5 games, we have Mimed, and this is the classic sliding puzzle game. So on the right is what I need to accomplish, on the left is what I currently have to work with, and it is just up, down, left, right as you slide things around and try to match up what is currently there to get yourself to where you need to go. So, again, if this thing is cool for you, great. I've played these in real life over and over again, and it's just kind of one of those. It's fine for what it is, but not the main draw for me for what this would be in terms of having fun. So right now it is get this up in that, no, in the corner, and then down, and look at that! 40 seconds! Which should be, I think, a new record for me. Yes, that is a new record for Mimed in the Pictode Collection on itch.io. It is $1 for 5 puzzle games. I am your host, Attack Slug. Keep on cranking. If you want more, hit that sub button. I'll see you next time, right here. More videos, and I'm out.